Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. If you've already watched one of these videos for June 2023, you can skip the intro. There'll be a timestamp below. For those of you continuing to watch the intro, this is going to be a horoscope slash zodiac slash astrology reading for June of 2023. That's just when it's being released. It's for you whenever you come upon it. I didn't do it for May because I had a lot going on in real life. I figured out that I was autistic a couple months ago, and I've been getting used to some new medication while I'm waiting to get tested. I've had a lot of family stuff going on in terms of medical travel and emergencies and all of that. I've also been doing a lot of work on updating the thumbnails and descriptions in my YouTube playlists. I need to update my website some more and some other stuff related to my business. So I did the second half of my deck of angel cards in the interim here. This is going to be the back of the deck. We'll have more information on these when they come out, and you'll be able to see more of the images once that's finally published somewhere. Hopefully soon. I've got some more work to do with these plates before I can get that happening. In addition to the other decks that you can see on my channel, I've just gotten the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. If you've been watching the June card of the day on my social media, you'll see a few of these in there. And once I feel more proficient with the deck, I will be doing a review of that in my Cats Hit the Deck review playlist. I think that's all of the major business that's going on right now, so we will see you in a few seconds in your reading. Aries. The totem for your reading is this owl. It's actually a little eraser. The spread that I'm using is my triangulation spread. So you have the past, the present, and the future all connected and constantly interacting with each other. Then I normally have a card to start with to find out what the issue is, and then after you go through the portal that the past, present, and future creates, there's a card for wrap-up, follow-up, commentary. Instead of using oracle cards, though, I'm using my paper charms. I put them in a new box because I got sick of the makeup one, so they're in the archetypes box now. I hit the camera. They're in the archetypes box now. They got a little more room to jiggle around. They still get stuck in the corners, though. I have stuff to make 3D charms, I just haven't done it yet. It's on the docket for pretty soon. So, also before I get started, I want to, if you skipped the little intro, I wanted to say that I figured out recently that I'm autistic. If you're also autistic or ADHD or other kind of neurospicy, go ahead and comment down below, and if you need some sort of a specific reading that isn't otherwise provided online, let me know and I will work that out. Also, for anybody, if you like owls or don't like owls, comment down below and or put a little owl or other bird emoji down in the comments. Alright. So let's find out what we're working on. So we have the boombox, the whale, and the shark, but it came out inverted because it was face down. I'm going to change the battery because I don't want to be mid-sentence and have this crap out on me. While I was changing the battery and getting ready to turn the camera back on, I was looking at these, and I'm getting sad songs say so much. Now we know that the humpback whales sing to each other, and that they can communicate thousands and thousands of miles apart. We have people that have recorded the whale song and tried to parse out some of their language and play the songs back to them so that the whales will talk to them more. Now, sometimes the shark will mean that I've got emotional issues that I'm ignoring and they're swimming around in the water ready to nibble at my ankles. With the shark inverted, though, it's making me think a little bit of evolution. Ooh, you know what I just heard, though? Barracuda by Heart. Sad songs say so much, Elton John, Barracuda by Heart. I can't remember any of the lyrics to Barracuda. All I can remember is the overall sound. But typically when we see a whale, it has to do with emotional stuff, which is also the heart center. I think the general idea of Barracuda is a romantic partner who's predatory. I almost said predatorial, that's why I said that weird. The whale also tends to indicate something that's sort of, that you can tap into sort of ancient knowledge. But if we think about those two songs, they are from like the 70s, which is getting further and further away in time. So we have information or messages that, and then we're dealing, I mean, we start out with the past, right? So the issue is, in the past, what seems like decades ago, whether it literally is or not, we're dealing with this sort of emotional knowledge that isn't necessarily being put into practice, and we have a scenario that keeps playing out over and over again. You know, it's the same tape, it just keeps getting flipped over. So even though you think you're on the other side, you're dealing with the same music. We have a repeater lesson here for Aries. Now, the owl is generally related to wisdom and seeing in the dark. But notice how small this owl is in comparison to the reading. Right? Me wisdom be tiny. That wasn't supposed to sound Jamaican. That made it seem racist. It was supposed to be like baby animal speech. I'm so sorry. That didn't come out good at all. So in the past, we have the Queen of Pentacles inverted. So we have two feminines here. One of them's facing the other way. A Pentacles card inverted makes me think I'm like physically sick. Or I have nothing. Nothing if I don't have you. Some Whitney Houston there. So, you know, I'm bereft, I'm poor. Help me, I'm poor. It's inverted, and Queen is also a death cycle. That's 13. This theme came up previously for one of the other signs. I'm feeling like it was Sagittarius, but I can't remember, because I did a lot of these. Right? So I'm feeling sore, like I have literal heartache. I feel like I'm dying, like lethargic, tired, burnt out, an overall sense of poverty and lack. Now, it could be somebody took all my money and tricked me, but it also could be like resources, right? You took all of my love. You took all of my, you know, you took all of the minerals out of my soil. However you want that to mean. All right, so let's look at the present. We do have a double here. 10 of Pentacles inverted. Again, somebody took my stuff, but it's a completion. And 8 of Wands inverted. something really slow or the message isn't getting through. But notice here we have duality coming through again. Two feminines, two feminines, two feminines, two aquatic animals. Two speakers, two reels, two sides of the tape. 18 total is moon energy. Secrets, secretions, and fears. What is... Alright, so we have Mercury in Virgo and Mercury in Sagittarius, but they're both inverted. So mercurial energy, this currently in June, in this month, we have Mercury moving from Taurus on the 1st to the 10th, which tells me this energy. And then from the 11th to the 26th, Mercury's in Gemini. Now I see the 8 here, and that tells me the 26th. And then on the 27th, Mercury's moving into Cancer. Now, this reading is coming out after the 11th, because it's taken me a while to get through these, which is sort of indicating to me that there's something really intense going on with Mercury in Gemini that's affecting Aries in some way. Queen of Pentacles, Sagittarius, and Capricorn energy. So we see Sagittarian energy coming up, which is some fire, but it's not Aries, which is interesting because I would expect to see Leo. This is giving me like you snuck off with my stuff. Like you took my things and didn't tell me. Oh, and I just got John Lennon. Mama told me... Wait, is it Mama never told me, or Mama told me there'd be days like this? I feel like that's a thing. Like you didn't... The overall sensation is nobody told me it was going to be like this. And also somebody stole my shit when I wasn't looking. -13, -18. So we're going deep here, which we already knew because we had the shark, right? If you think about a shark nibbles on you, you're in shallow water. If a whale nibbles on you, you're in deep shit. So inverted shark, deep water, whale, deep water. Stereo, do not put in water. Alright, so let's see what the future holds. What's the owl doing here? So you have Two of Cups, Venus in Cancer. This came out in another reading. We still have two feminines here, but this time it's upright. In order to get from -18 to 2, we have to spread... We need the number 20, basic math, which would be Judgment. Now, Judgment is fire energy, but it's plutonic, which is actually Scorpio. But we already knew that we were deep. And it's closing out a task. It's learning your lesson. I failed this course last time because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody told me. So I had to do it. I had to take this course 3 times. And I finally passed. Not by much, but I passed. And with it upright, we still have two feminine figures, but the fact that they're both feminine isn't really what we're worried about right now, because the sun is in Cancer, heading into, with this solstice on the 21st. But the sun is going to be in Gemini until the 20th. So the sun and Mercury from the 11th to the 20th. This narrow window of opportunity to work on the makeup test for this lesson that you're doing for Aries. Now, Venus, the sun is Leo energy, and Venus is in Leo as of now. And when the solstice hits on the 21st, the moon is also going to be in Leo. And this is kind of why the Two of Cups is popping up in these readings. But this is, it's a low vibration, but it's, and even this looks like a teacher and a student kind of. It's like, oh, you've learned something about relationships and you're starting on a new level. You're learning how to give cups to each other without literally throwing somebody into the deep water. Right? It's like, you don't have to drown. You can have a sip. Right? You know, you're not going to meet somebody and then get married an hour later and then wonder why you're having dramatic brawls every 2 seconds. This is, I'm working on like non-toxic emotional small talk. You know, I'm working on not being codependent. I'm doing good. I'm not meeting somebody I'm attracted to and immediately imagining the rest of our lives together. I'm like, oh, okay, I like this person. I feel a little funny like when we used to climb the rope in gym class, but I'm going to try to reason with myself that it's, you know, I become, like, I remember them, or I dig their vibes, and I want to preserve my appreciation for them as a person without feeling like I now need them to be complete. So that's what's happening here. So let's look at the wrap-up. So we have Mermaid upright, another aquatic, right? I'm learning how to swim. We have the Fae person, which I managed to forget to put in the PDF versions of these. Sorry, I don't know how to fix that yet, because the sheets are very complicated, but when the 3D ones come out, it'll definitely be there. So we have learning how to fly also. Look, it's a couple, aren't they cute? Cryptids together. So we have making my own music here on the electric guitar. And we have the passion, the fire, the heat, the core being, the self-confidence. So we've gone from real animals to mythological creatures. Like, it's all part of my rock and roll fantasy. Now, inverted, we have the ice cream cone, which is giving me shark energy. Seems a little bit matchy. And the dolphin. There we go. There's the dolphin. It's giving me a little bit, you're cold as ice. But it's also telling me, in sort of playful terms, that I'm moving away from this paradigm. You know, where it's like, all I know is a toxic up and down. But this isn't very sweet, and I don't want to eat it anymore. I don't want to perform tricks to be in a relationship. It seems like it can't be real, but I'm going to learn these power chords until I feel confident going out there and, you know, shredding my face off. You know, going out and really laying down a strong performance. It's not really a performance. It's like I'm expressing myself in electrically. So there's an undercurrent, haha, that's electricity. And that's sort of that, like, excitement to see people. It's like electric, right? It's in Greece. I've got chills, they're multiplying. and I'm losing control because the power that you're supplying is electrifying. That's the kind of attraction we have here, and we don't want to get trapped into this, sink or swim energy. You want to get trapped into the, let's float down the river on an inner tube and just chill. It's a little bit like slow down a little bit. Take the scenic route, sniff the roses. It's okay to have a crap ton of passion, but you want to be sort of whimsical and playful in the approach instead of swallowing the relationship whole and, finding out later that you choked on it because what you were consuming was like too big at the time. Like it split my guts open because I didn't chew on it all the way, right? It's like you need to savor it in your mouth a little bit before, inhaling the whole thing. So hopefully those swimming and fantasy and food metaphors made sense for Aries. Because if I keep talking, it's going to get dirty. And I don't think that's going to help the information. Right, so take it easy, and we'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta for now. Thank you for watching. Stay connected with CATtheMinion energy work. Check out my complete suite of goods and services conveniently from my Linktree. linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. Color your way into some relaxation with my coloring books Energy Forms and Draco Forms on Amazon. Get groovy with fashion and home accessories from my Cafe Press or Redbubble shops. Decorate your environment with original art and divination tools from my Etsy shop.